The reason discipline feels so heavy. Let me ask you something. Why does discipline feel like carrying a backpack full of bricks? You tell yourself, wake up early, study consistently, go to the gym, stop wasting time. And at first, you're motivated. Day 1, fire. Day 3, it feels heavy, like you're forcing yourself to be someone you're not. I used to think discipline was supposed to feel hard, like pain meant progress. But what if the reason it feels so heavy isn't because you're weak? It's because you're doing it wrong? Stay with me. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most of us treat discipline like punishment. We use it to fix ourselves. I'm lazy, so I need discipline. I'm behind, so I need to be stricter. I messed up, so now I go extreme. That mindset turns discipline into self-attack. And your brain doesn't respond well to that. Your brain isn't wired to thrive under constant threat. When discipline feels like criticism, your nervous system goes into defense mode. Stress rises, energy drops, avoidance increases. And now discipline feels heavy. Not because discipline is bad, but because it's attached to shame. Think about school for a second. You procrastinate, then you panic, then you create a brutal study schedule. 6 hours a day, no breaks, you follow it for 2 days, then you crash. Why? Because you weren't building discipline, you were reacting emotionally. There's a difference. Reactive discipline is heavy. Intentional discipline is steady. Here's what's really happening in your brain. When you create extreme rules, your brain sees a threat to comfort. And your brain loves comfort, not because it's lazy, but because conserving energy kept humans alive. So when you say, from now on, I wake up at 5 a.m., study 4 hours, no phone, perfect diet, your brain goes, excuse me? It resists, not because you can't grow, but because you jumped too far too fast. Growth needs adaptation, and adaptation requires gradual stress. That's how you increase mental capacity, like building brain volume through repetition and recovery. Not shock therapy. Here's the shift. Discipline shouldn't feel like carrying bricks. It should feel like carrying a backpack that slowly gets heavier as you get stronger. The problem isn't discipline, it's intensity. You're trying to max out on day 1, and your nervous system hasn't trained for that. Let me be honest. I used to go all in every time. New routine, new life, cold showers, 5 a.m. alarms, no sugar, 2 workouts. By week 2, exhausted. Not physically, mentally, because I was fighting myself daily. And fighting yourself drains brain energy fast. Self-control uses real cognitive resources. If you burn it all in the morning, you crash by night. That's not weakness, that's biology. So how do we make discipline lighter? Step 1. Shrink it. If your discipline plan feels intimidating, it's too big. Instead of study 3 hours, try study 25 minutes. Instead of work out 6 days a week, try move for 10 minutes. Your brain needs proof it can win. Small wins reduce resistance. And when resistance drops, discipline feels lighter. Step 2. Remove the shame narrative. Stop saying, I have no discipline. Say, I'm building discipline. That language shift matters. One is identity-based criticism. The other is process-based growth. Your brain responds better to progress than punishment. When you see yourself as someone in training, you allow mistakes. And mistakes don't feel like failure. They feel like reps. Reps grow capacity. Step 3. Add recovery on purpose. This is where most people mess up. They think discipline means constant output. No. Discipline also means disciplined rest. Your brain literally strengthens neural pathways during recovery. When you focus deeply, then rest intentionally, you increase clarity, memory, and mental stamina. That's how you grow long-term focus. Not by grinding until burnout. Burnout shrinks your motivation. Recovery expands it. Let's talk about burnout for a second. Burnout makes discipline feel impossible. You sit down to study. Your brain feels foggy, heavy. You assume you lack willpower. But really, you're overloaded. Too much stimulation, too much pressure, too much comparison. Your system is tired, and tired brains resist effort. So before adding more discipline, ask, do I need structure or do I need sleep? Big difference. Another reason discipline feels heavy? You're chasing outcomes, not systems. If you wake up thinking, I need top grades, that's heavy. If you wake up thinking, I'll study 30 focused minutes, that's manageable. Outcomes create pressure. Systems create momentum. Momentum feels lighter than pressure. Always. Here's something that changed everything for me. I stopped trying to become a disciplined person, and I started becoming someone who keeps promises to himself. Small promises. I'll read 1 page. I'll stretch for 5 minutes. And I kept them. Every time you keep a promise, even tiny, your self-trust grows. Self-trust makes discipline lighter, because you're not forcing yourself. You're following through. There's less internal conflict, and less conflict means less weight. Imagine this version of you. You wake up. You know exactly one small thing you'll do. You do it. No drama, no extreme plan, just consistent reps. Over months, that compounds. Your brain adapts. Focus improves. Resistance lowers. You don't feel heavy anymore. You feel stable. That's real discipline, not intense. Stable. Let's be clear. Discipline will never feel like scrolling TikTok. It's still effort. But it shouldn't feel like punishment. If it feels crushing, you've made it too extreme. Lighten the load. Progressively increase. Train your nervous system, not traumatize it. So here's what I want you to try tonight. Look at one area where discipline feels heavy. Shrink it by 50%. Add a clear stopping point. And schedule real recovery after. Do that for 1 week. Notice how your brain responds. Notice how resistance softens. That's you building real capacity. Not fake hype, not extreme motivation. Real growth. Discipline isn't heavy because you're weak. It's heavy because you're carrying too much at once. Lower the weight. Build gradually. Recover intentionally. And watch how much stronger you feel. Let's stop punishing ourselves in the name of self-improvement. Let's build strength the smart way. Try this tonight. And let's level up together.